going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Wingboys, where we talk about life, sports, and eating spicy wings. Usually we end up talking about some kind of childhood trauma that put us to this point where we're sitting in a basement eating. If you don't know what he's talking about, check out the last video. The last video had me on the floor laughing. It was so funny. So today we got Buffalo Wild Wings. So we weren't going to record today originally. We were going to record on Sunday. And so I ordered actually myself because I'm a creature of habit. I wanted wings, so I just ordered myself wings. And Anthony texted me, "Do you mind would it put you out necessarily if we record today?" I'm like, "No, but you're going to hate the wings." Yeah, I said, "Listen, I got the wings, but you're going to hate every flavor." And I think I could have had
you couldn't have picked the worst gamut for me to go up against.
If I was going to find a way to put Anthony on Fear Factor, or just put him through, this would be the way to do it. So he hates dry rubs, he hates anything garlic, and he hates.
No, I don't hate anything garlic. I like garlic. I'm Italian. I grew up with garlic. It's in my blood. But I don't like the Buffalo Wild Wings parm garlic. I tried it a long time ago when I was in high school. Now maybe my taste has changed. Maybe they've changed the recipe since then. Maybe they haven't. My taste has just changed, like I said.
Well, either way,
I'm open to giving this another shot.
Either way, I don't care, because what I got is garlic parmesan. I got desert heat dry seasoning, and I got my personal favorite, spicy garlic, which I know you also are not a fan of because it omits garlic from your very pores.
Yeah, no.
But you know what?
It's the Italian in me. It just absorbs.
It just holds onto it. It harbors it, and then
I commit chemical warfare when I work out the next day and sweat.
It unleashes it like the
like Agent Orange. That's messed up. That's so
we're gonna just cut that one. Like I was gonna say, you unleash it like the Feast of San Gennaro onto Brooklyn. Yeah, you sick bastard.
Anyways, let's
Patreon
get into
for the actual version. Anyways, alright, so you wanna try a garlic parmesan?
This is a momentous time in history. I just want everyone to acknowledge that.
I can't wait for you to just. We're waiting. While he's chewing, while he's processing, I want a real honest review. I want you to think about every word that's about to come out of your stupid little mouth. While he's figuring that out, you might notice the camera angle might be a little bit different. That's because we're actually watching the Boston Celtics versus the Atlanta Hawks playoff game. I believe this is game 3. I think it's tied right now. It's Boston. They both won one game each.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see.
No, it was 2-0.
2-0. Okay, no, it's the Knicks. The Knicks that are 1-1.
It's too much for too long.
What do you mean?
It's not bad. It's a lot of flavor, and I like things with a lot of flavor, but it's in your mouth for too long.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. I like that. For me, it's a really good palate cleanse. So I usually go very, very hot for my first two. If I order 20 wings,
that's fair.
I'll order crazy hot, and then I'll use that as a palate cleanser.
Mm-hmm.
I also just like the taste. I like that. I normally.
How did you know that?
I didn't realize. It didn't dawn on me how much I really enjoy spicy and how it's taken over my life until I was eating. You good? You injured?
No.
Gotta go to the bench. Snaps at you?
Yeah. Spit back.
As it should. I was eating my chicken and rice, and I think I posted on my Snapchat or my Instagram. I took a bag of the Packy ghost pepper chips.
Yeah, you did.
I crushed them up and I sprinkled them over because it tastes amazing. It tastes amazing. No. Because here's the thing, the one chip didn't even taste good.
No,
like if it tasted like the ghost pepper chips are spicy. They take over my life.
I'm trying to spicy.
But yeah, please do. But they have flavor. There's so much flavor that I can't stop eating them. So I was eating that, and then I followed it up with I had Quest protein chips that were hot and spicy, and one of my coworkers goes, "Is that all? Do you only eat spice? Like I don't understand how you can handle all this." And I'm like, "I don't really eat all that." And then I realized everything I eat has to have some kind of kick to it, some kind of hot sauce, except for my sweet stuff. But
I do the same.
It's just
I put hummus on a tortilla and I put red pepper flakes on it.
Phenomenal.
It's pretty good. Quick snack, easy, tastes good. Hummus on a tortilla. Tortillas are so versatile. Let's talk about that for a second. I put peanut butter on a tortilla and have that for lunch every day. You roll it up. It was so good.
You make me so mad because whenever we work out, when we did morning workouts, by morning I mean 11 o'clock, is finally when you show up for a 10 a.m. workout. But that's a story for another time. Anyways, right now Boston is up 20-15 on the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, just abandon that story.
No, I'm coming back to it, but I just wanted to I want to keep a score update for the people that are actually listening and not watching the game that already is aired.
Yeah. Bogdanovich got the ball driving in the paint, takes a fadeaway.
And
hits it, wow.
Yeah, I didn't think...
That was nice.
I thought that was going right through. Anyways, I'd be like, oh, yo, did you eat already? Like, you know, I mean, my pre-workout, he's like, yeah, I had a peanut butter roll-up. Well, without missing a beat, at least once a day, he would mention his peanut butter roll-up. But you always...
Because it's a great way to start the day.
So...
It's got protein, it's got fat in it.
The peanut butter, yeah, but the tortilla is insane.
No! The flour tortilla?
Listen,
what's bread made of? Flour?
Yeah, but it's a different brand. So you know what else is made of flour? Pasta. You gonna put peanut butter on pasta?
That's criminal.
No. Yeah, alright, so now talk to me. Like, what are we doing here? You know what goes good with my flour tortilla?
That reminds me
my
of
shredded chicken, my rice, my pinto beans. I'm making burritos, I'm not making peanut butter rolls. You should. Now, what does that remind you of?
Reminds me of the debate, excuse me, started that wrong too. Is cereal a soup?
Don't do this to me.
Technically, yeah, man, it is. Like, I was gonna make the argument that, like, gazpacho's a soup. Like, it's cold, but, like, there's a difference between gazpacho and cereal. I looked up, gazpacho isn't cooked, you know? Like, I was gonna make the argument that, you know, at least gazpacho's cooked. Like other soups, like broths, brewed, cooked, whatever. Cereal's not cooked.
Okay. Can you name me a savory cereal or a savory soup?
I mean, a savory cereal. I'm talking about Cheerios.
There's no way.
Shit's are bland as hell. Oh my god, they're disgusting.
That's bland, it's not.
I'd call that savory. In terms of cereal, that's a savory cereal.
I feel like you could have said something.
I feel like I need to eat dessert after that. That's how not sweet it is.
That's why they got the honey nut version, sir.
Oh yeah, that's why it's a different version of Cheerio.
You never poured like a little bit...
And not just regular Cheerios or honey nut.
You never poured like a little bit of table sugar on your Cheerios?
What are you saying to me right now? I put honey on my Cheerios.
Well, at that point, just buy honey nut Cheerios. What's wrong with you?
Because honey's cheaper. And so is regular Cheerios. I think we've learned that we didn't grow up regular chocolates.
We grew up two very different childhoods. Because I understand first of all, I didn't have Cheerios, I had O's. Okay? I had the store brand. Let's talk there. I had the store brand Cheerios. And so it wasn't even made of wheat. That was just straight cardboard that they chopped up and put in a box.
Just shaped it in a circle.
That's what I'm saying. So you do a little bit of table sugar, like you know what you mix your Kool-Aid with or something, and you just like put a little bit, nothing crazy. I made that mistake before. I think you mix it in the cereal. Speaking of cereal, so actually hold on, I'm gonna get back to that, but I want you guys to answer: is cereal a soup? Yes or no? I'm gonna say with no. It's a different thing entirely. No. It's cereal. It's cereal.
It's cereal, soup, or a third thing.
Or a third thing. You guys decide what the third thing is. What would you categorize cereal? But you know what? So you had the science fair, right, in elementary school? No, you guys didn't have a science fair?
I don't think so. And if we did, I was not invited.
It wasn't an invite. It was something you could sign up for. There was a whole...
They looked at me and they're like, hey, he doesn't need to sign up for this.
There was a
whole...
We
need to give him a slip.
No, it was like during school time. They would just like set up the auditorium.
Yeah, never in my life.
That's so crazy because I remember this was I always wanted to do it, but I could never remember to tell my mom to pick me up the cardboard thing, like the little cardboard presentation board to write the things on. But I always did the same, despite never actually going into the science fair. Mm-hmm. Every year I did the same science fair project, which was how long does it take for each cereal to get mushy in milk?
That's real clever.
That's
Did
real
you
clever.
On your own?
No, I didn't. I didn't even have that going for me.
I can tell.
As you can see,
looks like you just reached into a hat and pulled something out.
No, my mommy said it to me. Okay, so why don't you watch your mouth? But
sorry.
So it was as you should. So it was literally, I would just sit there and I had like 4 different cereals, and I never wrote down anything. Like this was just me wasting cereal.
It's a blank poster board and 3 bowls of cereal.
I didn't even get the poster board. So here's the thing, I never actually
Just
attended...
a sheet of printer paper.
I never actually attended the science fair because I could never get the poster board. So I would just do this for the sake of science and data every year, as if the cereal was going to...
As if it was gonna change. You're like, you gotta stay on the grind. What if something different happens this time?
I personally had to keep Captain Crunch...
What if it takes an hour to get soggy this time? We don't know.
I had to keep Captain Crunch on the toes. They did not change the formula once. They could have put that...
And that's consistency.
Exactly.
Yeah, every time it's gonna stab the roof of your mouth.
But you know what? I made sure that happened because they were like, damn, this kid, this future twice community college dropout is really gonna test us every year.
I feel like we started 2 different conversations and just abandoned them for this.
No, it's been 3 different conversations.
Yeah.
It all started because bro hit that nice little penalty hit right there. I feel like I can't talk about this. Like, there's so much more going on in basketball, but we had a much better, lively discussion talking about Deshaun Epstein and Lamar Jackson. Because it was the Ravens and the Browns we were watching. I like how you said who.
Yeah, no.
Like,
I'm shaking my head at the fact that I needed to make that connection.
It's alright. Before we even started, as I set up, I'm sitting there, I'm watching the game, and I'm looking at it, and I'm trying to see if Anthony's paying attention. So I go, which one of them is Steph Curry? And it took him a solid 20 seconds to look and go, what?
I was very invested in my phone, and I looked up, and I was like, that's the Celtics, and that's the Hawks. Curry's on neither of those teams. I just looked
Fuck
at
you.
like, what? No, I didn't have a science fair in elementary school, but what I did have in 4th grade, that was filthy. Tatum just pulled up and just dropped it from 3. What I did have was the Living Museum in 4th grade.
The what?
The Living Museum.
The Living Museum.
Where everyone dressed up as a different personality from the American Revolution. I was Nathan Hale. I remember that. He was an American spy that got hanged on a British ship, and his famous quote as he was getting hung was his last words were, "My only regret is that I have one life to live for my country." And then they hung him, and I was like, that's pretty badass. We didn't choose what he had, it was given to me, but like, I wasn't like, yeah, that's cool, I want that one. They just doled out people.
No!
And I was like, yeah, he hung himself, that's great.
Sick.
That's what I want to be.
Yeah, relatable content, you know what I'm saying? Wow. Now, so you know what? I was so impressed. I'm listening to this, I'm like, oh.
No, I wasn't deep like that, oh my god.
But here's the thing. Because you were, the way you were so passionate about it and you were talking about it, I'm like, wow, you know what? So, like, if those of you who don't know, Anthony is a history teacher, or is like, are you officially a history teacher? Going to be. One day. Yeah. So I'm sitting here, I'm like, okay, so this really makes sense. Like, I really thought I got some lore right now. I really thought I got some, like, insight on what started. I'm like, okay, so now I see why he went down this, like, this was such a big impact on his life that he was able to...
I mean, in a way, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it must have, because you still remember that. See, I remember there was one year, maybe, I don't know if it was 4th grade, we had to do our coffee can president. And...
what does that mean?
So you had to take a coffee can, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you had to, everyone got selected a president of the United States to talk about.
Naturally.
And you had to fill the coffee can with information and things about the president. So I remember I got, this is probably the only project I ever actually worked on, so that's probably why I remember it.
No, you worked on the science fair.
Well, at least this one I actually handed in and I could actually present. I would walk around the science fair and be like, damn, I would have killed this. I would have got first place.
Y'all should have seen my cereal.
You guys don't even know what kind of crazy mad science.
I got 3 bowls on the table, been there for a week.
My mom's mad. But I had
Don't let that shit curdle.
It's cheese now. I got a whole...
We got cottage cheese now.
We went from breakfast to snack food. I'm making history.
Y'all ain't seen shit. Jimmy and his volcano? Nothing.
It didn't even go off right. It hit him right in the face. He's crying.
His eyes are burned. He's blind now. Should have done cereal.
Cereal won't blind you, idiot. Oh, what? Did you make... oh, my God.
Oh, did your little volcano get in your eyes? Should have done cereal.
Should have been cereal. Did you make a new atmosphere inside this atmosphere? Bozo.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
Making an ecosystem?
Yeah, like maybe someone's got a terrarium. I don't remember anyone's stuff because I was too busy being mad at myself.
Did you just heal the ozone layer? Should have done cereal.
Cereal could have fixed that. I would have
Underachiever.
I would have taken all that nasty, bland Chex, crushed it all up, and just patched that thing up.
Yeah, just like they do in those weird Facebook videos.
The ramen noodle ones.
Yeah, what's going on there? What are they doing? And what are the ones where they put a sunflower seed and a pepper and then put like a coin in there and then they spackle that into like a cucumber and then they spackle the cucumber into like a pumpkin or something and then they put the pumpkin in like a wall or a door and spackle that and paint it over like it looks like there's nothing there. Who is that for?
Anthony.
I don't understand.
Anthony, is the Facebook video with us right now? What the hell did you just say to me?
You've never seen those videos?
First time I stay on Facebook. I've seen the ramen ones.
Oh
like
my god, they're haunting. Cause like, what are you putting that pepper in a door for? So you know that it's there and no one else does? Who is that for? What does that help? Just fix the door normally.
Our ad's gonna be down here. If you have any of these haunting videos that Anthony's talking about, please send them to both of us.
It's just so disturbing to see someone put a whole cucumber in like a floor and put spackle over it and paint it to look like the tile around it like there's nothing wrong with it. Cause you know that the cucumber's there, and so does the other person that put it there, and no one else. Is that like putting someone's heart in your floorboards like that poem? Where like you have so much anxiety that the heart's beating? I don't know what it is. I don't know what the
So the police are gonna meet you at your house tonight.
But no, that's a real thing. No. Come on. Don't.
Oh, I'm sure it is. But my question is, does the food rot now? Like, if, like...
It has to!
Like, ramen noodles, yeah, you probably won't even notice.
Yeah, it has to. But Telltale Heart, that's what it is.
Okay.
Edgar Allan Poe. Wow, that's a very famous poem and poet.
Oh, I knew exactly what you were referencing.
God, I hate you. I hate that you made me go through this.
Well, just in case someone didn't know about it, now you know. Because this is an educational podcast. So, going back to my presidential coffee can, I had Grover Cleveland.
Oh, no.
I had it in the back of my head, like, we're going deep, but I gotta make sure I remember Grover Cleveland.
No. Rabbit hole.
Was it Grover Cleveland, or was it, no, it was Garfield. It was, Andrew Garfield? No,
yeah, he was assassinated.
Spider-Man. It's Spider-Man.
No, he was a...
Andrew Garfield, Spider-Man.
He was also the president, brother.
No, there's no way it's the same name.
He was assassinated on my birthday.
I knew he was
not like the exact year, but...
There's no way his name is also Andrew. James A. Garfield!
Oh.
How dare you
make
me second guess myself?
I even dropped that little hint of knowledge like I really knew him.
Yeah, you're the history teacher, right? But let me school you. So James A. Garfield, yes. So actually, I did...
Is his name James Arthur Garfield? Or no?
I'm not looking back up. We're here.
I don't know, man.
It's James Andrew Garfield now, and I know canonically he was Spider-Man. And I had that in my coffee can too.
No, I'm looking up.
So while you're looking up, I took a Lincoln Log. I'm a very visual learner, so I had a lot of...
What the hell middle name is that?
Dude's old. Yeah, so I had a Lincoln Log.
Middle name, that's for sure.
And I was like, oh, he was born in a log cabin, that's why I got this. And I had all these different things, and I had I'm like, this is gonna be so controversial. I've always been on the edge, understand? I was like, this is gonna be so... I was like, I'm gonna really ring them with this. They're gonna remember this presentation because of what I'm about to pull out. I pulled out a BB, like an airsoft BB. And I said, I brought this because James A. Garfield was assassinated. Drop the BB. I was genuinely scared. I was so nervous. I didn't tell my mom I was doing this. I was like, I'm gonna get in trouble for bringing an airsoft bullet to school. I thought I was gonna get arrested. I was gonna get expelled. I was the Joe Rogan.
You were really just unabashedly being you.
Mm-hmm.
Saying frick you to all the haters. He was assassinated. Mic drop. Everyone just sitting there like, okay.
Are we next?
Trying to tell us something? I'm gonna stay home from school tomorrow.
Clap. Now, you know what? You know what's crazy now that I think about it? Speaking of the haters, I'm pretty sure that was the teacher that tried to, that tested me for ADD.
Yeah, she should have been done earlier.
Well, so the big thing was, she tested me without my mom's, permission. She just pulled me out of school one
I
day.
feel like you can't do that.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
So she just pulled me out of class one day, and I took it. And
She could have taken you home with her.
Yeah. She was my teacher, bro. Like,
you just left school there. I mean, what are you supposed to do?
No, she took me. It was like it was in school. It was in school.
You just hit that over someone. I don't know who.
Don't worry about it.
Soon.
Can we talk about my trauma right now? Because
you just who's number 30?
Isn't that
hitting that over some white boy?
Some white boy?
Yeah.
Talk to me.
I don't know who that is.
You're gonna pull it up. Pull it up while I talk about this. So, my teacher was, I think she was my third grade teacher. She pulled me out of class, and it was like another.
What was Hauser?
Hauser? Cool. Good to know. And I was like, I was sitting in this weird room. It was inside the school, but it was a small room. Oh, here we go.
Bow. Nothing.
Oh.
What are you doing about that?
No. He's crying home about that one.
Yeah.
So it was this weird darkish room, like it wasn't properly lighted like the rest of the class, like the rest of school. And I took this weird test. Like there was this guy here who I've never seen before, and I took this test, and then I went back to class, and nothing. Like from that point on, nothing ever happened. Nothing ever changed. Mm-hmm. I find out years later that I was tested for ADD, and my mom, when she found out that they tested me, made the teacher cry because she was so pissed about it.
Yeah.
That's a bad thing to do.
Yeah, can't really do that.
Yeah, not gonna hit names, but if you remember me, you did this. Now I'm here.
Guilty.
But you know what's crazy? Every time I say that story though, everyone goes, "So what was the outcome? Do you have it?"
They need to ask.
Yeah, I guess. But to be fair to that teacher, that year for Christmas, I got a watch. I love this watch, man. This watch had cartoons on it. It was so serious. Literally, it would tell the time, and then you could click a button, and there would be a little like animated short that would play on. It was the sickest watch ever. And I spent the whole day, like the first day back from Christmas, I didn't learn a thing. I was sitting there, I was watching it, and I remember the teacher giving me a little like, I was like, "Miss Bubba, did you know this plays like TV shows? It's sick." And she goes, "Yeah, did you know you've been looking at that thing the entire school day?" I was like, haha. And then I never saw that watch again. That watch disappeared off the face of the earth.
That's wicked.
It's a sick watch, though. I'd get it again. I'd buy it in a heartbeat.
I mean, yeah, it's a sick ass watch.
I'd be, it's a sick watch, right?
Yeah.
Where would we go? But yeah, so that was the same year. It's all coming together now.
Yeah.
I'm building my own case, because I'm like, wow, that was so crazy for her to do that. Like, yeah, kids are a little
Everyone's like, "I'm so sorry that happened to you."
Yeah, no. Everyone's like, "Oh, that wasn't right of her, this and that." I'm looking at my, you know what? She did have a solid case. Like, I really can't blame her. Looking back now, I'm 26.
I mean, she wasn't wrong.
She was onto something. She was certainly on something there. She was speaking facts. Shout out. But, anyways, what's going on with the score?
50-49, I think. Yep.
Wow. Who you got in this game?
It should be Boston, but if Atlanta can keep up with them like this, I think they could have a close upset.
That man right there is the reason. It all depends on how he plays.
Ice trade the game. Right?
He's been very... Yeah, shut up.
This one feels like to be around you for a second.
Jason
and Steph Curry, right?
Anthony's going through it. I'm sitting there. Jason Tatum, more like Jason made it that shot. Woo!
Guys, this is my last episode.
Every episode is someone's last episode.
Yeah. One of us is always leaving.
But yeah, we're always posting. So joke's on you guys. So appreciate you always liking and subscribing.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the Knicks and the Cavs? Where do you see that going? Right now,
Cavs have a good team.
But it's the Knicks. It's the Knicks.
I think either of them could pull it out. Honestly, I think it should be the Cavs, but I think that the Knicks could do something wicked, and pull off a understandable upset. I don't know who's the higher seed, but I feel like the Cavs are the better team right now.
Well, I can't see seeds, but
I want to say they're like the 4 and the 5 seed, but I don't know who's who.
Cleveland is 51-31. The Knicks are 47-35. So just by scoring, I'm guessing.
Yeah, Cavs probably 4 seed.
I like these because I can tell you.
Yeah, I mean, Cavs have Evan Mobley, candidate for DPOY, lost out to Jaren Jackson. That's not something you sneeze at. That's a great defensive team, great defensive player. Plus Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland, how they've been playing. I mean, Garland helped them win this game against the Knicks that they won last time. It's a good series. It's a good matchup. I don't know who could win it because either of them could.
The scoring has been very close.
Yeah.
First game was 97-101. Knicks just barely squeaked it.
Yeah.
And the next game was Cavaliers were up 107-90. So it is a pretty good volley back and forth, I will say.
Yeah.
Is there any notable injuries?
I don't know.
So we got Dylan Windler, who's out, and C.D. Osman, who is doubtful for the Cavaliers.
Jericho Sims, he's pretty solid, but he's like a role player. He's a rookie.
So he's out, so we'll see who starts there. And then we also have the Nuggets and the Timberwolves. Where do you see that going right now?
Nuggets, yeah.
Denver's leading 2-0 right now.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, the battery died, but I had the charger this time.
Yeah, this time. You're lucky.
I'm lucky. Would you rather the desert heat or the spicy garlic? What would you choose?
I don't care either way, honestly. That's up to you. Speaking of the DPOY being Jaren Jackson, some of the other awards got announced. The inaugural Clutch Player of the Year went to De'Aaron Fox of the Kings. Mike Brown, head coach of the Kings, won the first unanimous Coach of the Year award. First unanimous. That's crazy. And Sixth Man of the Year went to Malcolm Brogdon of the Celtics. That's pretty good stuff. Also, Raptors fired Nick Nurse today. That's a pretty crazy development. Ujiri said he was not happy watching the Raptors play this season. They made the play-in, but they lost. They got knocked out. I feel like they probably could have given Nurse some leeway. I mean, he won a championship with them in his first season, I'm pretty sure, when Kawhi was there. I feel like they should have had like a little more time. You know, you got Scotty Barnes, OG Anunoby, Siakam, Van Vliet. Like, you got young guys and then some older, more experienced vets on the team. Like, you have something there. I don't know. I don't know who's going to be their head coach. I don't know who's the available coaching candidates. I don't know if Nurse will end up somewhere else. He probably would, depending on what teams let their head coaches go.
It's true.
But yeah.
Absolutely. We'll see what happens.
Crazy.
Do you think it falls on... Can you blame any of it on the coaching? Or is it a lot of just, like, dysfunction of the team?
I mean, I don't know. I didn't really watch the Raptors play this year. I didn't watch too much basketball. But I feel like it's got to kind of fall equally on both, you know? Like, the coaching can only go so far. The players can only go so far. And I know that's, like, such a, like, cop-out to say because it's easy to say, you know, like, that both sides of both aspects have to pull their weight and do their part. But like I just feel like like there were times that the Raps were gelling and they were playing well together, and there were times where they were just losing. And maybe a shake of the head coach is what they need. Maybe they just need to rebuild more. But you know they made the plan, so I don't think they're rebuilding.
Yeah, probably not rebuilding well. Let's say they spend a lot of money.
Speaking of rebuilding, Victor Wembanyama. Projected first overall pick declared for the NBA draft today.
No?
He's like 7 foot something.
Diablo.
Plays like crazy, shoots threes, very quick.
Where's he from?
France.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Fascinating.
whatever team is lucky enough to get the first pick, they're taking him obviously for sure.
Who's eligible for first pick right now? Is it like NFL where it's like the worst team?
There's an NBA lottery.
Oh.
I mean, the worse your record is, the higher chance you have of getting the first pick. But it's a lottery that gets drawn.
Gotcha.
It's a controversial lottery, sometimes thought to be rigged.
Oh, really?
You know. Yeah, especially infamously with Patrick Ewing in 1985, I think it was, where they prospected that the envelope for the Knicks when it was time to pick the number 1 overall pick, the envelope for the Knicks was put in the freezer while the other envelopes were room temperature. So that when it was in the basket, you could feel which one was the cold one.
Oh.
And then that was the first overall.
That's an interesting take.
Yeah.
How would you even guess that?
I don't know.
I feel like that's...
I don't know where you would get that information from. What source that would come from?
I feel like it's almost too fantastic to really make up. Like, you wouldn't think of that unless you were going to do it. Like, I don't know. Mm-hmm. But hey, man, it's my team. My dirty rat cheaters. What are you going to do about it? But I got nothing on. I have not caught up. I downloaded the score. That's my first step. And
there you go.
Now I got to just actually open it. Or get notifications at least.
You gotta turn the notifications on.
That's exactly what I need to do.
I get notified for everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to start doing. Because I am out of it. I am missing football like crazy. I don't think you understand. I was about to get deep into XFL. I just want to bet again. I just want to open up FanDuel. FanDuel's been real lonely. Collecting cobwebs in my...
Wow.
I almost thought like, oh, maybe I'll bet on like one of these playoff games now.
No. Why would you do that? I feel like it's so hard to predict how these games are going to go.
No, absolutely. That's the thing. So, I will say, I bet on one NBA game.
Aside from the Sixers and Nets series, I feel like that's going to go in 4, maybe 5. So
it's fair.
Pretty safe to bet on the Sixers, I feel like.
I want to pull up because I got a lot of...
Don't do this. Don't make a bet right now.
No. No, I can't do all that.
Bogdanovich! With a hand in his face! That was like a little past the 3-point line. 9-0 run for the Hawks in the last minute and change.
I missed so bad.
They're up 59-53. Alright,
Grant
Williams stopped the bleeding, hit a 3 from the corner.
Sir, I agree to the terms of use.
Excuse me. Deontay Murray's taking a point, driving it.
Ooh.
From the baseline off the glass, Deontay Murray makes it in. Excuse me.
Alright, I don't know. I think FanDuel's helped me for myself.
Hawks on a 12-3 run.
Alright. So anyways, I got $10, I got like cash back.
That was rough.
I got free bets back after the Super Bowl from, Gronk's horribly botched kick. That was more staged than the entirety of the NBA. And
another midi from Deontay Murray.
So since I was like, all right, I have this cash anyway. Let me just bet on an NBA game. And it was like the Knicks versus Nets. I'm like, all right, the Knicks are gonna win. Julius Randle, I think it was like 20 points or something like that. And
it's an easy line to take.
And then I bet, but what won me big good money was I bet the Nets would win the half, and the Knicks would win the game, and I got it. And so my only bet on NBA was an easy dub. So I'm retiring with 100% accuracy. As a man who bets on the NBA.
Wow. You're a successful degenerate. I'm sure happy about that.
Hey man, I'd rather be a successful degenerate than a very, very unsuccessful degenerate.
That's fair, I guess.
You know what I'm saying? Like I am with the NFL. Anyways, guys, so thank you so much for watching. As always, our app's going to be down here, and if you want to message us directly at Wingboys, it's going to be up here.
Also, shout out to Rangers. That's why I wore the jersey. They won 5-1 again last night against the Devils. They're up 2-0 in the series. They also won the first game 5-1, which is crazy that they won this one also 5-1. But yeah, thanks for watching. Our ads are going to be below. Main ad's going to be up top.
Yeah, you do the closing now. You did do that.
And thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe.